Tropicana!
Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another City Skylines video and episode 4 of this console City Skylines series, Tropicana. Okay, so we're back into the city of Tropicana, and I know it's been a long time since the last episode, but the series is going to continue, don't worry. And in this episode, I'm going to be building and zoning a lot, especially in this big residential area that you see me building the road layout for right now. In the last episode, I just kind of outlined this area with an avenue and put a roundabout in the center, but now in this episode, I'm going to be making it into a large suburban plan that you might find in Florida or LA, with a condensed but peaceful layout of upper to middle class development along with a park or maybe even a community pool. I'm going to be taking some inspiration from the Miami Springs part of Miami, as you see right here on Google Earth, without the massive Miami International Airport right next to it or the Southside Canal. This is something that I've been wanting to do since the beginning of this Tropicana series, and taking inspiration from a city like Miami really fits into the tropical theme that we're going for. The residential zone is going to be on a much smaller scale than that of the real world, but there was definitely going to be room for expansion. I also think adding a golf course like the one that they have here, somewhere around this area, maybe close to the lake, would be a cool idea, but that's for another video. For now, I'm just going to continue growing this low density residential area that we're probably going to call Miami Springs, unless something comes up along the way. In terms of the live gameplay, which is going to happen shortly, we're going to continue to build up and detail this residential zone, as well as shout out all of you who commented on the last video by naming a road after you as promised. If there's anything you want me to build in this city, just comment down below and let me know. But for now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of this quick time lapse, and I'm going to be back with the live gameplay shortly. Alright, so now we're here with the time lapse, and we got this residential area done. You know, we got the road layout pretty much how I wanted it to go. It looks pretty good, looks okay. I mean, it could have been better, but I think it's going to zone real nicely. Another thing I did is I detailed the center roundabout and avenue. I edged it across with a pathway, putting some nice trees in the center. So that might look pretty cool, some houses around it. Another thing, if you've been watching this series for a while, then you'll realize something, alright? You'll see that, look at the bottom right hand corner, we've got a lot more DLCs now. Okay, there was actually a deal a while back, like the Mayor's Pack or something, and you know, I just jumped right in, I bought it, and now we got all of these DLCs and content creation packs to enhance our city with. That's also how I detailed this little area over here. Now, I actually think I gotta finish this because I didn't actually put a walkway all across this road. So we're gonna go down here, we're gonna check out all of these new paths that I got. We got the park path with decorations, the amusement park path with decorations, a nature preserve path, the nature reserve path with decorations, the zoo path with decorations, and then the normal paths that we always have. So that's pretty cool. Another thing that we have is fences, as you can see in this middle here, and a couple more rocks, and we also got some different canals from the Industries DLC. So a lot of cool stuff that we're going to add into our city and hopefully make it a little more unique while also trying all of the other playable aspects of these DLCs that I haven't really tried, even though they've been out for a long while, but I just never got them. So what we're going to do is drag this all the way across like we have on the other side. Oh yeah, there we go. Except I forgot that it's the amusement park path with decorations, so all I got to do is go over to the upgrade and upgrade all of these. Okay, so let's do the same thing on the other side. And now that that's done with, we get this land prepared to be zoned. So let's make sure that we got some water pipes going under the entire thing. Okay, we don't. So let me hurry up and do this, and then I'll be back in a little bit. Got pipes all throughout this area, so now let's just start zoning. We're going to start zoning up in this corner so we don't have to run any electrical lines or anything. And then we'll let it build up here. So we're going for low density. Any other type of low density I could do, because now we do have self-sufficient buildings and we have no residential specifications, along with Art Deco buildings and European buildings, I think. So a lot of different residential options we have to choose from, but I think I'm just going to zone it with the normal residential area. We're going to start running this at 3 times speed so we can get a move on and continue to zone this entire area with residential, because as you can see, that residential demand is quite high. So we're probably going to take that down by a lot and then have to put in some commercial and maybe a little bit of industry over here where we got our industry. Okay, another thing before I forget, since we are in the business of naming roads after people who comment, let's see who commented on the last video and name some roads after them. So while that's running on lower speed, let's check it out. Okay, so I finished naming all the roads after you guys who commented on the last video, and right here on this 4-lane road we got Mr. Angle Street, which leads into the Alicia Hunton Street, which then leads into the W.C. McDonald's Driver Street, which leads into the Shocktuber Street, which then leads into the John Shuddock Street, which finally brings us over to the Liam Harrison Street, who actually gave me a great suggestion in his comment on the last video, telling me that I should put some offices between the lakes and the dirty industry so that it won't pollute the lake when I get the offices. So that's what we're going to do right here. I'm actually going to delete all of this dirty industry and dezone it so I can put in some offices between the dirty industry and this lake over here, because the last thing I want is for the water getting polluted that leads into the Kent district. Speaking of the Kent district, we're going to have to change that name this episode and make the district a little bit bigger. Alright, so here's the office that we're going to be zoning. And we're going to put it here, here, and not that big, so we're going to actually select the smaller area to have offices in. Now over here we can make this entire thing dirty industry, because I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure that's far enough away from the lake. But just to be safe, we're going to keep it over here and make this over here offices. Now to supply that industry demand, let's see how our residential zone is doing. It's coming in a bit slow, so we're going to speed up the game a bit and see how fast it comes in. Something else that I did off camera was I built this little plaza area that's not actually any type of ploppable plaza. It's just a bunch of assets that you can pick up from the objects place, which is over here, and I just made it into a big park with some flower beds, tables, benches, some trees, fences, things like that, because I was testing out a lot of the detailing tools that came with the DLCs that I got. So hopefully this fits in nicely with our city, but I like it, so that's good. Alright, let's see. So the demand for commercial is going up. So I think that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to actually dezone this little area over here and make it all commercial. Like so. And I'll actually make this entire inner rectangle that's closer to the avenue, Mr. Angle Avenue, and make it all commercial because the demand's actually rising quite quickly. So while that's doing that, let's actually get to this district over here and name the entire district. So I think what I'm going to do is just expand the Kent district all the way over to this new residential plan that I have over here and close it up like so, and actually change the entire name to Miami Springs because that is where we're taking majority of this inspiration from. Now you think I could get away with destroying this windmill? Does the water pump have power? Yeah. Nope, it doesn't. Alright, gonna have to place it back. I just didn't really like having it there because it does make a lot of the citizens across this coast angry. But okay, now that we're done with that, let's put in some more commercial because the demand is so very high. You know, let's actually put it in right by the windmill. Alright, let's expand this residential zoning over here so that I can put some commercial on that big avenue right in the center there. Alright guys, so the next 20 minutes of footage actually got like corrupted, but I'm back here recording right now and I'm going to show you what I did with those 20 minutes. And hey, you know, that means we can get more done and finish off this episode by filling out more of this residential in Miami Springs over here, and maybe doing a little bit of an intersection that's going to end up connecting to the highway over here. Alright, but anyway, I filled in this residential area during that time of footage that got corrupted. I put a little office area over here like Liam Harrison suggested. Set up the roadways that's going to come for the next section of Miami Springs. And that's about it. So for now, let's fill in this residential zone. It was weird too because, you know, the way I record the footage, you know, screen record it, it says it was okay when I was recording it, and even after the videos came up, they just came up like completely blank, nothing on the actual footage. Never happened to me before, but hopefully it doesn't happen again. And let's just fill out this residential area here and maybe some commercial area here, commercial area there, and then some more residential area across here. Also got to keep the whole like commercial on the outside on the avenue style and residential on the inside that we got going here. So I'm gonna put this on the avenue and this all over the avenues here. Also got to dezone this residential part just to keep everything consistent, you know. Alright, we'll let that run, see how everything builds in, even though we've got really low, pretty much no demand whatsoever, but we do have some demand for some industry, and that's what we kind of got to add to next. While this isn't like the actual industrial complex that I want to have right here, it is something that we're going to keep for a little bit at least before I make a big industrial plan with like proper eroding and stuff, and maybe even one over down by the docks over here. That is if we make a set of docks over here, or if we make it somewhere else that we could connect into an industrial area. Sort of how that would work. But for now, let's just put in an industrial small road and add some more zoning so our people can get to work. And zone that in right here. Also gonna have to make sure that I've got pipes going on all across this area. Pretty sure I don't, but that's something we could easily fix. As for the rest of this video, probably not going to be doing a lot of detailing, more so just some of this filler stuff and what we're going to do right now, which is plan this intersection for like the highway that we're going to have come across here on a diagonal slope, maybe a curve, probably just like a slight curve leading to the other highway, maybe another bridge, I don't know, maybe the intersection will be over the water as a bridge. I don't know, it's up for you guys to decide. But as for now, let's just kind of get a base on what we're going. I think I want to go in over this avenue type road because it seems like the center of the whole Miami Springs. So we're just going to put like an overpass over it, if that makes sense. Also could have it a smaller type of highway because we do have these 4-lane highways now. Not sure where there's going to be, if there's going to be too much use of that in our city, because we really don't need a 4-lane highway, not yet at least. And as for now, our infrastructure down the main highway here is pretty much complete, at least in this section. So I could have it turn into a 4-lane going into the main high residential city that we're going to have up here at the point, but probably not. Another option would be to use the normal highway or a 2-lane highway that we have unlocked. So like two-lane highways going across that overpass. But I'm thinking there might be a little bit of traffic because we are going to have some get-offs down here by the water, at least when the shipping areas come into play, and we'll probably have a get-off into residential zone and the tourist district that's probably going to end up here on the beach. So yeah, let's just stick with the normal size highway. Alright, now the next question is, how high do we want to raise it over there? I mean, that looks good, having it like that. It looks a little bit more realistic. We could go higher, but no, that's a bit too high. So if we're going for realism and how underpasses actually work in a like going into a suburban area from a mainstream city, then I think we're gonna have to keep it at this height. Hold up, let's just fill in that road that we had go missing. What type of road is this even? Large avenue with grass? Whoa, we can elevate these roads? Alright, large avenue with grass. So let's just keep that right there. Is that enough in so that it's on like the right angle? I don't think it is. I think it's got to be kind of sloped in more. So let's try and make it parallel with the coastline, because I think that'll set us up better in the future. It's already pretty good, but maybe like right here. Okay, that's good. I mean, that's like a really parallel road. We might have to fix it in the future if we try to curve it. But if we do just keep going on this angle, then it looks like it's just going to end up, yeah, going across here to there. Maybe have like a diamond split over at the top over there. But I think that could work. Alright, how's our residential filling up over in Miami Springs? It's coming in good. Demand's not too great, but the industrial plaza still needs workers, so not sure. I think that'll just figure itself out, hopefully. If not, we'll fix that in the next episode. As for now, let's see what kind what kind of interchange we want going on here. So let's see. Alright, this might work out because it is like one way on both sides. So then we could use an off ramp, highway ramp, two-way highway. Alright, so we could use a highway ramp. Huh. See, this angle would work perfect, but obviously it's not going to let us do that. Now, which way is this going? Okay, so right-hand traffic, that's going that way. Let's see how these highways are set up. Right and left. So we're going to have to switch direction on this. Alright. See, that looks like it should work. But I don't know, it's a little steep. Alright, that right there's a completely straight edge. Huh, alright. Okay, I feel like these directions are messed up a little, but it'll work for now. We'll make it a nice intersection in the next episode. As for now, we do have the planning. We have where the overpass is gonna go. So let's just connect these up real quick, just for traffic purposes. Okay, that's good right there. That'll work. Let's see how our residential's coming in. Not too bad, not too shabby. We do have the commercial industry along these avenues. Futuristic truck that we got from the mod pack. That apparently is only exclusive to Xbox. I had a lot of PS4 comments talking about how they couldn't get the mods on their console, and that was my bad. In that tips and tricks video, apparently it's only on Xbox, and there's a lot of fires. Okay, we don't have a fire station. That's a problem for another video. Alright, if you like this video, drop a like, comment if you want to be seen in the next video, and I'll see you in the next episode of Tropicana.